Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. We are a representative from Group 6 will present about Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohammad, who is one of the well-known leaders in Malaysia. First of all, let me introduce to all of you who is Tun Dr. Mahathir. Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohammad, or also known as Tun M, was appointed as the 4th and 7th Prime Minister of Malaysia from July 1981 until October 2003 and May 2018 until February 2020 respectively. Under his leadership and guidance, he has made Malaysia a developed country with the political stability needed for economic growth. He also has controlled many innovations and democracies that are still new and have been able to grow the country due to the nature of his charismatic and highly influential leadership today. Furthermore, he also earned worldwide appreciation for his efforts and national success in overcoming the economic crisis. He was a politician with a sharp view on many issues. His clear posture and speech made him a world-encompassing political personality.
Tun Dr. Mahathir is indeed a remarkable leader. At the age of 92, his intellectual ability, wisdoms, and mind are sharper than others his age or younger, which puts him as the oldest head of government in the world. Like the other great leaders, Tun Dr. Mahathir also has his own leadership traits. It can be highlighted that the three most prominent traits shown by Tun Dr. Mahathir as a leader are visionary, courageous, and lastly, a good communicator. As a visionary leader, Tun Dr. Mahathir possesses a great high ambition where back in 1981, he introduced the Vision 2020 with the aim of making Malaysia as an industrialized, united, and a good ethical country. Although Malaysia has not been able to fully achieve the 2020 vision, many reforms have been successfully implemented by Tun, especially the moment when he successfully turned and developed Malaysia from an agriculture-based country into a more modernized and industrialized Malaysia, along with other developed countries like Japan, Taiwan, and Singapore. Although at first many considered his dream to be something nonsensical, but he remained confident that he was capable of achieving it. Move on to the second trait, which is courageous. In the eye of the world leaders, Tun Dr. Mahathir is known as a brave and outspoken leader from the ASEAN country in fighting injustice and colonialism, especially on the issue of Israeli terrorism and the issue when Malaysia was being oppressed by the British country. Throughout that, he strongly condemned Israel by not allowing any Israeli to enter Malaysia and not having any relationship with the state of Israel, as he does not want to compromise and recognize the crimes they have committed against the Palestinians. In addition, he also firm in fighting any element of colonialism against Malaysia. He launched the Buy British Last policy as a campaign to boycott the British country when they charged 3 times higher fees to Malaysian students, and also when the Permodalan Nasional Berhad (PNB) was taken over by British company in 1981. Tun Dr. Mahathir's action emphasized that he is truly a courageous leader. Lastly, the third trait, a fantastic communication skill. He is able to influence others to like or to follow him through his talk. In any kind of interactions, Tun always giving a full attention, listen intently, and always smile. He never interrupts or occupied with other distractions like phone or computer or anything within the conversation. Moreover, Tun always creates an environment of trust with anyone because he usually speaks very calmly and tailored his speech with numerous messages and thoughts. A relaxed and unpretentious conversation as interesting body language are always along with Tun, where he usually uses simple language that easy to understand and engage with the listeners.
Next, we move on to the values that he possesses as a leader. The first value that we can obtain is he was a leader with a clear vision. He kept the big picture at the forefront when making decisions. During his reign as the 4th Prime Minister of Malaysia for 22 years, he succeeded in transforming Malaysia from an agricultural country to a modern industrial country. To this day, he is called the father of Malaysian modernization. In particular, Tun M launched the first national car project in 1982, with the Proton Saga as Malaysia's first national car. The second value is he was a very passionate leader. He had the feeling of fulfillment and motivation that always drives him to continue to work to achieve his goals even when he faced challenges or unexpected setbacks, so that he could improve the country's economy in terms of facilities. For example, in the 1st June 1993, he has managed to launch the Kuala Lumpur International Airport (KLIA) in creating a competitive, sophisticated and developed Malaysia. The airport has become Malaysia's main airport until now. The third value that we gain is he was a good influencer. Tun managed to influence people to use the national cars and convince majority of Malaysians that he was the best leader. As we can see, he proved to all Malaysians that he also uses national cars and managed to convince people and has become Prime Minister for the second time as the 7th Prime Minister in 2018.
So next is the principle of Tun Dr. Mahathir. First, listen carefully to your people. Tun Dr. Mahathir has demonstrated an affinity for welcoming advice, particularly from young boys with his own coalition, such as Syed Saddiq and Fahmi Fazil, who spoke out about how Tun Dr. Mahathir will frequently seek for talk during meetings. Next, lead by example. During his first term in office, he dismantled many of the government checks and balances. If he had been successful in establishing this mechanism, he would have been seen as a leader of integrity. This should have been one of his first acts as president this time around. However, he not only failed to do so, but he also played a crucial role in impeding the effort of many others MP, particularly those from the DAP party who were working hard to clean up government agencies and institutions. That being said, that Tun Dr. Mahathir worked extremely hard and has a strong desire for education and advancement. No one can disagree that his work ethic, particularly for someone in his 90s, is admirable and he enjoys growing and learning. Last point for principle of Tun Dr. Mahathir is humility. Tun Dr. Mahathir's inability to communicate with the people and comprehend their problem led to his downfall. No matter how excellent a leader is, they must grasp the value of humility and avoid becoming arrogant or conceited. Tun Dr. Mahathir said, being humble does not make a leader weak. Instead, it binds him with the people, those who supported him, and make him their leader. If a leader lost touch with his people and supporters, he ceased to be a leader.
In a nutshell, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohammad has applied a variety of traits, values, and principles of leadership in his organization. The spectacular characteristics of Tun Dr. Mahathir emulate him to become a leader with charisma and capacity to inspire and influence his followers, as well as setting a good example to his followers. In addition, Tun Dr. Mahathir is also known as a dedicated and a high-principled Prime Minister who has always carried out transformations in which enable him to be called as the father of Malaysian modernization. He is considered as a successful world leader despite leading a small country because he, as a leader, is capable to attain significant levels of success while remain active in political arena after retirement. Therefore, Malaysian leaders need to take Tun Dr. Mahathir's leadership as a role model and improve leadership practices in general.